Daniel dan Viola, apa kabar?
Hai, halo, hai Sandra.
Yes, apa kabar kalian? Sekarang apa nih kegiatannya selama masa pandemi ini? Cerita dikit dong sama pembaca popmama.com.
Hai semua pembaca popmama.com. Jadi aktivitas kita sekarang ini karena lagi PPKM, kita lebih banyak di rumah, udah pasti di rumah aja.
Obviously.
Sambil berdiskusi-diskusi ria. Gue kalau misalnya Viola lagi rajin banget yoga.
Yes.
Yeah, I do yoga 3 times a week with my instructor in Bali. So that's convenient because usually I cannot join his classes except during this time. And I'm also really busy gardening on my balcony. That's something I have really discovered during this time, and it gives me a lot of joy and probably keeps me from going crazy.
Gue adalah orang yang sangat produktif banget gitu, dan gue bisa gila kalau misalnya gue nggak ngelakuin sesuatu yang produktif gitu kan. Jadi mungkin yang gue lakukan adalah gue ngerubah topi gue, bukan sebagai seorang MC atau seorang presenter, karena obviously sekarang ini nggak ada acara, nggak ada event, mau MC di mana, jadi presenter di mana. So yang gue lakukan adalah gue merubah topi gue sebagai seorang pelajar, sebagai seorang atlet, sebagai seorang ayah, seorang suami, supaya justru di saat seperti ini gue tetap bisa produktif. Sebagai seorang suami, gue membangun hubungan sama istri gue, kita banyak ngobrol sekarang ini karena banyak waktu luang gitu kan. Dan gue juga membangun hubungan sama anak-anak gue sebagai seorang ayah, sebagai seorang pelajar, gue banyak baca buku, dan abis itu sebagai seorang atlet gitu misalnya, atau emang gue suka banget olahraga, gue membetulkan teknik gue lari, dan ya gue tetap rajin lari juga gitu. So again itu, dan pada akhirnya gue tetap produktif dan gue ngerasa gue sudah melakukan banyak hal yang membuat gue sendiri juga menambah kayak value juga gitu di dalam.
Kami melihat banyak sekali hal yang bisa dilakukan oleh Daniel dan Viola. Salah satunya adalah berbagi di Journey to Love. Bisa cerita sedikit latar belakangnya, kenapa akhirnya Viola muncul in public, kemudian justru tidak hanya sekedar muncul, tapi juga menceritakan banyak hal di Journey to Love itu. Ada alasannya kah? Atau ada pesan yang ingin disampaikan oleh Daniel dan Viola?
Cari sensasi aja sih.
Foto di rumah cari sensasi.
Just kidding.
Maybe it's quite obvious that for the past 10 years we haven't publicly spoken about our marriage, and we have, because I'm actually not so comfortable in front of a camera. I mean, he's the artist. I studied business and Asian studies, so it's never my goal to be in the public, and I was very comfortable not to be in the public. But we've seen that during this pandemic, it's been really hard for marriages and relationships and families. And so I think over the last 10 years, with the help of God, we've learned a lot about how to live together without killing each other. And actually we've learned a lot through going to church, a church that has very good help for married couples. They've helped us a lot, doing workshops for marriage, learning about marriage, how can we have a better marriage. And we read a lot of books, and we were very intentional about how to make our marriage really good. And so, because it's not an easy thing, being married and being happy together doesn't just happen without effort. It actually really takes a lot of work. And since we've experienced that, we thought maybe we can help others. We hope we can actually really encourage other couples, and we can give them hope that maybe they can do the same thing, and maybe they don't have to give up on their marriage yet. And maybe there is a way to actually, love each other again or even more. And if we can do that, then I'm totally willing to come out of my shell and be in the public, if that's what it takes, because it's not about me, and I don't want to make this about me. I really want to make this about all the couples here in Indonesia and whoever's watching our show. and give encouragement, and that's worth it, I think.
Ya, it breaks our heart. Ya, kita benar sedih banget. Banyak pasangan di sekitar kita yang memilih jalan untuk pisah rumah, pisah tempat tidur, dan cerai gitu misalnya. Apalagi di zaman pandemi ini, dan ternyata kita realize kalau misalnya emang benar kata Viola barusan, dibutuhkan yang namanya effort lebih untuk mempertahankan sebuah marriage. Gua sendiri sama Viola hampir tiap minggu kita usahakan banget, dan itu adalah di top priority kita, di mana kita ada yang namanya date night. Padahal kita udah punya 2 anak kita udah hampir 10 tahun, tapi tetap aja kita harus date night antara kita berdua.
Or date brunch.
Atau date brunch.
Or date lunch. Or
date breakfast.
Yeah.
Dan habis itu ada salah satu temen gue, dia nanya sama gue gitu ya. Dia orangnya kayak buff banget gitu ya, punya six pack segala gitu. Dia bilang sama gue gitu, bro, lu ngapain sih date night tiap minggu sama istri lu? What's the point, man? Dan nggak tahu kenapa gue kayak kesebut aja gitu ya, dan itu kayak metafor yang benar-benar kayak keren banget gitu menurut gue, karena dia orangnya suka nge-gym banget. Gue bilang sama dia, lu pengen punya six pack nggak nanti ketika lu umur 80 tahun? Ya punya lah bro. Oke. Kalau misalnya lu pengen punya six pack ketika lu umur 80 tahun, what do you do? Lu harus nge-gym tiap minggu kan? Mulai dari hari ini. Iya pastilah. Exactly. Gue pengen sama Viola selamanya sampai umur 80 tahun pun kita masih dekat gitu. Dan itu dia kenapa tiap minggu gue harus berusaha banget untuk date night. Gak ada handphone, gak ada anak-anak, cuma kita berdua aja ngobrolin what matters for us. Prioritas kita itu apa sih di pernikahan kita. Kayak gitu. Dan itu mind blowing banget buat dia gitu. Dan gue ngerasa ya harusnya banyak banget orang-orang value seperti itu yang pengen kita sampaikan kepada orang-orang yang udah menikah, yang kadang-kadang banyak sekali udah dah nikah nanti hidup lu bakal works on its own gitu kan, semuanya bakal perfect sempurna ketika lu nikah gitu. It's not like that. Kita butuh effort banget gitu.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it takes understanding, and you need to work on that understanding, and understanding your spouse, and understanding what marriage is, and understanding how to overcome problems, and that's why it takes so much effort, because it's a learning process that just never ends.
Yeah. Sekarang ini kan lagi PPKM, jadi nggak bisa date night. Kita bocorin deh apa yang kita ngomongin tadi pagi. Konspirasi di balik COVID-19. Itu literally kita ngobrolin, atau abis itu kita juga lagi ngobrolin mau you know like karena go ahead.
Yeah, well, of course it's always different, right? But I think we really need to share what's going on in our mind, because we're with each other every day, and it's very easy to fall into that kind of trap to, oh, we're together all day. What do we have to tell each other,
Yes.
right? Like, I don't need to tell him what I'm doing or what I'm thinking about. We're together all the time. But actually, no, like, we need to really communicate what's going on in my mind, what I'm thinking about, what is he thinking about. So in the morning, he usually, like he's running or something, and then he's listening to certain things, and then he'll come home and share his thoughts about it with me, what he's been listening to, what really stood out to him, what bothers him. And so I think it's important that we do that with each other, just to be sure we're still connected. We're not just together with each other in one house, but we're actually connected. And it's so easy to disconnect when you're stuck together in one room all day, right?
Yes.
And so we're talking about things that are on our mind, or things that bother us, or things that I would tell him, Daniel, you did that recently, or you said that, and it really bothered me. And is this really what you think? It made me feel like this and this. Like sometimes you just need to actually address also the things that are not okay, or that make you feel unloved, and date night, I think, or when you have a special time for that, you will actually be able to address those things in a date night, because that's the time to say it.
It's a safe place.
It's a safe place. There's nobody to like to
Judge.
yeah, and no children come in, you know, and it's just a safe place to actually discuss things and maybe even have an argument, and then work on how to fight with each other, or like how to have an argument with each other. And yeah, I think that's what date night sometimes is for, right?
Yeah,
What
dan
do you think?
kalau gue, I don't like saying it argument. Kalau gue lebih bilangnya diskusi, gitu. Yes, diskusinya itu kadang-kadang bisa
Keras.
Passionate.
lumayan passionate, ya, lumayan tinggi gitu ya. Tapi gue setiap kali kita udah mulai tinggi banget, udah mulai nada tinggi, dan kita udah mulai ngerasa, wah ini udah mulai ego nih berbicara, kita stop dulu, let's continue the discussion tomorrow. Kayak gitu. And I think it's good karena contoh nih ya, bocoran aja di salah satu episode Journey to Love nanti nih yang di Bali, ada satu game yang gue suka banget yang harus kita lakuin berdua, yaitu kayaking. Jadi untuk pertama kalinya banget gue sama Viola mencoba yang namanya kayak. Tapi challenge-nya adalah, jadi kita harus mengambil sebuah barang di kayak tersebut, tapi challenge-nya adalah gue gak boleh berbicara, kita nggak boleh komunikasi. Jadi kita berdua sambil ngedayung menuju ke sebuah ngambil barang tersebut lah. Gitu. Nah, yang terjadi adalah apa? Gue kecapean karena gue nggak ngeliat ke belakang juga. Gue cuma asal ngedayungnya, pokoknya gue harus nyampe ini. Viola juga kecapean karena arah dia ternyata nggak ada, karena kita nggak berkomunikasi gitu. Yang terjadi adalah kayak tersebut nggak maju-maju, kita malah muter-muter keliling. Karena kita nggak ada komunikasi.
Ya.
Sang suami ngerasa produktif, sang istri ngerasa produktif. Dua-duanya sama-sama capek, tapi kita nggak pernah sampai di tujuan kita. Dan itu kita kupas tuntas di Journey to Love gitu. Kayak wow, itu mind-blowing banget. Yang ternyata bahtera sebuah keluarga, kalau misalnya suami sama istrinya tidak berkomunikasi, yang ada dua-duanya ngerasa mereka udah saling korban. Istri udah berkorban, suami berkorban, kita udah produktif, kita sama-sama capek. Tapi kenapa kita nggak kemana-mana ya? Kita cuma keliling-keliling aja di situ gitu. So itu bisa, pembahasan kita yang itu bisa dilihat banget di Journey to Love. Again, itu salah satu value yang menurutku sangat penting banget di pernikahan, yang mungkin nggak semua orang tahu dan nggak semua orang sadar pentingnya komunikasi. Kalau gue dibesarkan oleh orang tua yang Chinese banget budayanya gitu, dan kayak apa ya, Chinese parenting itu benar-benar, you know, ada pro and con-nya lah.